Welcome to another Dial the Wild beer review. Thank you for tuning in each week. We appreciate your time. If you've got any beers that you would like us to check out or review, we've gotten a couple suggestions and we'll keep going with that. If you think of anybody that wants to be on a podcast or do some cool stuff or tell some cool stories, let us know. Always down for a good story. Always want to hear your stories. I want to hear what makes you tick and what makes you feel alive. So that's what this show's all about, and we're going to continue doing that. Next item on the docket is the Mean Green event at the Ritz, March 16th. It's going to open up the doors at 7, and we are going to be starting music at 8 o'clock. But before that, we will be at Jackson Street Pub. It's kind of like the before party, the bands, some of the guys that help run the show and everything. We all go up to Jackson Street Pub about 5:30 before the show, have a couple beers, have a little bit of food. Kind of not really a meet and greet, but that's where we'll all be if you want to come hang out. That's awesome. We appreciate Carol. We appreciate all of our sponsors for throwing in and helping us do this thing. So 7 o'clock, the doors will open. 8 o'clock, the music will start. We'll start with Wyvern out of the Quad Cities. We will go into Dark Surface. This is their second show here. They're out of Springfield coming up to play. Next will be Before the Fire Dies. They haven't played with us yet. That'll be a lot of fun. And then the last one is Bury Thy Wicked. Before the Fire Dies and Bury Thy Wicked is going to be on a podcast dropping Tuesday, probably the same day this video drops. So by the time you're seeing this, that will be out there to listen to. So check out those guys. You know, even if it's not exactly your kind of music, these are great people. They have a lot of fun. And we'd just love to have you come in and be part of things. So check that out. $10 at the door. No big deal. We'd love to see you there. So, what else you got? Nothing?
I don't have anything.
Okay, good. So let's jump into the beer review. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. So this week, another one of my wife's choices, since she's the one headed to the store more often than myself, will be the Boulevard Brewing Company's Traditional Red Irish Ale. It is a 5.8% alcohol volume. Let's see if 30 IBU. Early spring seasonal beer, Midwestern tribute to the legendary red ales of Old Ireland. Our recipe combines 6 kinds of pale and roasted barley malts, which provide a rich, toasty flavor, 20 reddish hue. So,
I'll try this.
I'm excited about this. This sounds kind of like a Killian's type of thing. Similar to the Old Bastard that we reviewed last week, which it's that time of year. We should be checking out Irish style beers. So
smells like beer.
Smells like beer.
Tastes and feels like beer.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's last week we talked about how that ale it tasted like a dark beer, but it didn't drink much like a dark beer. It drank more like an ale, a little more smooth. Mm. This one definitely drinks. It still drinks like an ale, but it definitely drinks like a heavier beer. Like it could still sit in your stomach, pretty heavy. I do like they got the little clawto ring and stuff on the front of the bottle, which is cool. Cool artwork. I've had several different Boulevard beers, and they put out good stuff, and this is no exception. It's a good amber beer.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that after flavor is. It's kind of
caramely.
It's kind of nutty, I think.
I'll go ahead. I'm going to put this beer at like 7.8, 7.9. Right there, kind of touching our 8-point beers. Mm-hmm. But No, I think it's really good. I think it's a great beer.
I'd kind of equate it to the cherry bomb.
Yeah, without the cherry.
The cherry.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Actually,
it's got a lot of that.
You know, it's not like an innovator. Like when I think of Irish beers, I think of Guinness. I think of Killian's. I think of Kilkenny. I think of a handful of those beers that just traditionally are that Irish flavor, that Irish got that Irish vibe about them. This is really, really close to that. This kind of borders right there on
Missouri's twist.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, that's going to be all for this one. Please consider coming out and hanging out with us March 16th. Come see these bands. Come meet these guys. Come buy their merch. All these bands, they've been putting their merch out up on Facebook and Instagram, and you need to see these shirts because they are just so cool looking. So come over, check it out. We'll be there. We'll be hanging out. Meet us at Jackson Street beforehand. If you don't like the music and you don't want to come to the show, come meet us at Jackson Street. I'd still love to hear you. I'd still love to hear your story. Maybe we make it into a podcast. I got several really cool podcasts in the works. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for tuning in. Go Cubs.